want to go back to the CP3 side of the trade. We never discussed him. So now, you mentioned it earlier that he could potentially be rerouted and traded again to another destination.
Yeah.
But there's some news that came out too. So the Clippers and the Warriors were among the teams in contact with the Suns before the Wizards deal happened. So can you imagine CP3 reuniting with the Clippers? One. And two, I'm wondering who Golden State was willing to trade within that scenario there. That's my next question. So, like, I'm assuming Bradley Beal, not Bradley Beal, I'm sorry, Jordan Poole and Kuminga were probably involved in that deal somehow to get CP3 in. I'm trying to imagine what Golden State would look like with CP3. Steph Curry. I'm assuming they would probably have Klay Thompson. I mean, it's okay. I don't love it. I mean, it's okay. I just saying. Anyway, these are the potential spots for CP3 now. We talked about the Lakers before. Since the Warriors went after him before the trade, maybe they can go after him again. And the Clippers. So out of those three teams, which one is the best fit for CP3? If it's neither one of them, what team do you have in mind would be the best spot for CP3?
There are a couple things you can go with on these potential trades, I guess. I'm gonna start with Golden State, and this is why I don't think he would be a top choice for them. Not that he wouldn't be a choice, but not a top choice for the Warriors. Mm-hmm. Look at their motion offense. They're always moving, always some off action off of the ball for Steph, Clay, whoever. And I think that CP3, they play a little bit faster compared to a lot of teams. And there's no dig at CP3, but he's getting older, and he's not exactly able to just run.
Yeah, we saw that in the playoff series too. When he was out, they were playing faster, and it kind of helped him.
He's not exactly going to be like fast breaking every chance he gets to get out in transition, which is, he's more of like the floor general who's going to like play with pace. Mm-hmm. That's a good thing to have. I just don't know if that really fits with what Golden State is trying to do. Right. The other side of that is that if he's if he were to go join the Warriors, it would be good to me if he could be. And this is the thing, like I don't know what he wants to do at this point in his career. Like, does he want to come off the bench? If he were to be like the backup point guard to Steph, which is, it could be either way because there's a lot of ego, and I don't think he has like a big thing with pride. I don't think so.
Good history there too, man.
There's history there, and I don't know if he would like necessarily start. I mean, obviously there could be situations where I feel like it would benefit them because Steph could play off the ball.
Right.
CP put the ball in his hands. He can make a play out of the pick and roll. That motion offense is pretty solid for if you get the right person. Now we saw how KD was able to make an impact. Obviously CP3 and KD are two different players, but CP could instantly, I'm sure, fit into the offense some way and make it easier for guys like Klay and Steph to get open shots. But I just don't know how that would look, because does he want to start somewhere and be a contender, or does he want to just fit in where he can? And is he going to be able to keep up with that type of like up and down transition game all like season? Mm-hmm. And CP3 is one of my favorite point guards ever, but right. He's older. You know what I mean? Like, you have to take in consideration what this 82 games is going to look like, and you have injury history. So on the other side, the Clippers are kind of needing a
point guard. You have to figure out what the Russell Westbrook situation. I mean, like, what do you want to try to keep Russ? Or
I think they should, but who knows?
I don't know.
But if he were to return there, I feel like that could be a slightly better fit because if looking at their type of game, it's not exact. They get out in transition, of course, but they play a little bit more half court oriented.
Mm-hmm.
CP PG 13. Sorry, uh, Kawhi once he's healthy again, that could be interesting.
Yeah,
To
the depth
see
they have.
the setup guy pick and roll stuff to open up things for him.
Mm-hmm. I think that'd be a better fit for him compared to
Yeah.
the Warriors. So yeah, I totally agree about the Clippers, and that could be a. And then you have Ty Lue there too. I would love to see how Chris Paul will look under a coach like Ty Lue.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll make it work. So I like that. Someone brought up, do you potentially have both of them, like Russ and Chris Paul? Now I'll say this: as far as point guard play goes, you don't have to worry about the season. Like you'll be great. Like I'll have no worries.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, but it's the same thing. Like, will it work out? Like egos, whatever. I know they're good friends, but it can be different when you have to actually work together. So, those are all questions, and of course, not that one of us are huge fans of the Laker prospect with CP3 being there. I just like the potential of seeing him in the Lakers jersey for me personally, because it should have happened a long time ago.
Should have seen it years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to see potentially seeing LeBron playing with another one of his best friends would have been kind of cool. So that's all.
Crew reunion.
Exactly. He would have played with all of them. This happens. Like
That's true.
if this happens, he would have played with all his best friends before retiring. So
Yeah.
And I feel like point IQ level, those two on the same team, I think that'll be great basketball to watch. It's just that the fit is not the best. Just CP3 is older. It's not going to work. So out of those three teams, I say Clippers is probably the best situation. Other than that, he can go to a team that's more youthful and he'd be like a mentor like he was to OKC. He helped SGA grow tremendously with his time at OKC. So maybe go to the Kings, help a guy like De'Aaron Fox, mentor him, and come off the bench, And they were in the playoffs. So I'm sure they can contend again. So
true.
Something like that, maybe. We'll see.